So, as you can tell, I only fished the part of this pit that circled with all of the fish attractors, all of the fish attractors. And I got absolutely nothing. Not one thing. Not a bite. Not one hit. It pitched a no hitter. Mama said there'd be days like this. Now, the wind was blowing, and the water was unbelievably murky. It was like maybe a foot visibility, if that. Wind blowing, but while I was there, a three people in a bass boat launched their bass boat and went on by and said, asked how I was doing. And I said I hadn't done any good. I said, well, that's unusual. This is usually a pretty good pit. And off, down, and around the corner they went. And then, as right after I left, I saw another nice aluminum bass boat pull into that same area. So two bass boats with motors, nice bass boats, uh, offloaded into that pit. So yeah, it must be a good pit. But obviously, whatever I was doing didn't work out. So if you want to see a video of me catching fish, stop right here because it ain't happening. But if you want to find out what Unit 41 looks like, what it has to offer, I can show you what a little bit I explored, and so you get an idea. So anyway, hey, while I'm at it, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. If you would like to have me go out there and try more of this pit, please leave a comment. And if I have anybody that wants to see more of it, then I'll be happy to go out and try it again. Although on a day not so windy, because man, that wind was whistling right on down the pipe there. And with all I have is a trolling motor, um, and with the rain in the area, I want to make sure I could make it back to the boat ramp if I had to leave quickly. So this is about, I think it was about 3 hours that I was there, and I'll show you all the lures that I used and give you an idea what the pit looks like. So thanks for watching. Here we go. So yesterday when I went to the pit that was right off of 60th Street here on down the road a ways, I passed by this. I looked at this and I thought, I wonder, it's mowed. This must be one of the public pits too. And I wasn't sure if there was another pit in Unit 41 that you can fish. This is the back end of it. We'll check out the map, but yeah, this is a huge pit, a huge public pit. So I got to go down and around to the boat ramp, but we're going to go do it, and we're going to go exploring a brand new pit with water that doesn't look 100% clear, like 4-foot visibility. So yay. Anyway, here we go. All right, so I made it to the boat launch area. It's a pretty good spot. There's lots of space here. So if you bring in a boat to launch, and see there's some tire marks on the boat ramp there, somebody done that, you definitely have plenty of room to launch your boat. But also it appears you'd have lots of nice space to fish from the bank. I know that's a question that comes up quite a bit, if there's any pits where you can have pretty good access to fish from the bank, and I'd say this is one of them. So I'm looking at my map app, and it shows that right around the corner here there's a fish attractor, and all along that side over there they have plenty of fish attractors. Not so much for the rest of it. I don't know if that's because there's stuff already there or what, but anyway, time to explore another pit. I love this stuff. To live in an area where there are so many public pits that if I'm to do this, I don't know how many days ahead of me, back to back, of fishing new pits. Because again, I've not fished this, but I'm wanting to show you what
you can expect if you come out here, what it looks like, what the ramps are like. If there's any shade. I guess that this must not be that old of a pit. It's like the one that I fished yesterday that had no trees around it whatsoever. I don't know if that's an age thing, that trees just haven't had a chance to get established, or if it's just part of being in Kansas where grass grows better than trees do. But anyway, thanks for checking this video out. Hopefully this will be fun. I can show you if there's any bass in here. Trust me, I'm not the expert on that. I just like fishing for bass. And we'll see how this goes. But I'm thinking, if I was to choose a pit to go fish at, I like structure. I don't know, I like seeing, you know, rocks along the bank, like something like that right over there. This is pretty much, you know, farm pondish looking, at least over there it is. But we'll see if it has some fish in it right now. All right, so as far as boat ramps goes, this one comes out a long ways, and I was still tapping the concrete with my paddle, and I had just enough of the paddle sticking up out of the water to hold on to the end of it. So yeah, so probably at least 4 feet deep. I don't think you'd have too much trouble launching a boat from that. So anyway, that's what it looks like going off to the north. That looks pretty cool. It's got some undulation in the banks there. So there's some points and coves and stuff. And then heading up to the south, or down to the south, this is what it looks like. Interesting. But yeah, the water is really pretty murky. I'll just drop my buzzbait down in it. Yeah, man, wow. There's like only about a foot visibility. Holy cow. So you want to have stuff that makes noise, apparently. Splashes and whatnot. Wow. Dirty water. I mean, this is like from one extreme to the other. Yesterday, the other pit in Unit 41, man, the water's so clear you can definitely see like 4 feet down, if not further. And here, I don't have any idea what that is right there. Is that a Christmas tree? Is it a big thing, a little thing? How fun. So I think I'll just buzz for a little bit here. Head on down and do this, and then head down that side over there where all the, oh, that was probably just a, I've seen that before, a gar. They tend to bring their back end up out of the water a little bit with their tail and their top dorsal fin. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Just real quick, talking about bank fishing. Look how nice they've done this. I mean, mowing the grass right down to the water. I mean, this is not steep at all. You could easily have your kids out here fishing and not have to worry about them falling off. And if you're fishing from this point, it looks like it drops off on this side. Obviously, there's a little ridge of shallowness going across right over here, but you know, you can fish out in this area right here. Catfish, I'm sure, would be awesome. Just wonder why this water's so stirred up compared to others, though. Other pits. Great white egrets. How beautiful. Unfortunately, I believe I made them change their plans. So this is one of the fish attractors that they put in. Looking down the banks, rocks down there on the edge. Over on the other side, got some trees there in the water. This is just right across from the boat ramp. So, and it looks like there's moss on those branches, so the water's down a little ways. Also found out probably one of the reasons why the water's so muddy is right upstream here at the end of it. They have a fence in the water, but there's cattle that have been come in here and graze, bathe. So they'll definitely stir up the water a little bit. I think there's got to be more to it than that, though. Anyway, on with fishing. Just a little closer inspection here. There's that big rock. So it's got rocky shorelines. I haven't really pulled up a ton of weeds from the bottom. So, I guess that could really be good for fishing like a jig and pig or something like that. But this is really, really interesting. It really doesn't look like it's been much of a pit for a long time, because look at all this bare soil here. Lots of wind today, baby. Cutting this one short because I checked the radar and the rain that wasn't around is suddenly developing and moving this way. Can't really complain about the rain. I mean, we need it, so. The part of this pit that I'm fishing has weeds that look like this. And I'm not fishing the whole pit by any means. It's this looks almost like cord. Nothing green about it. Here, let me put this rod over here. I pulled up a lot of stuff from the bottom, cranking my crankbait. This is what I'm pulling up. There is so much stuff in the water that just sticks to anything that's alive. I don't know, you'd call that really a live weed. It's like they're dead. I actually thought that I had somebody's trot line when I first pulled in one of those, because that's what it looked like. But interesting pit. Obviously really stained water, not even really a foot visibility at this point. Now, if I had an outboard or something and could go on down around the corner like the boat that went by her, they say this is a good pit, they had good luck. I noticed they're not fishing in this part of it either. Maybe they're just being kind and letting me fish, but it's been interesting. I fished for probably 2.5, 3 hours. I haven't gone too far because the wind, to make it back, I got to troll the whole length of this arm into the wind. And it's kind of looked off and on like it might want to try to rain. And I've checked the radar, and just like all the days that we've had rain coming this way, it tends to dissipate before it gets here. See, there's more of this. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? There is a little bit of green on that right there, but I don't see how any of that's living or able to grow. Well, it may not have been a very productive day at all. Got a lot of weeds. But the best part of any fishing day is to end it here at the Strip Pit Bait and Tackle store, getting something cold to drink, something good, Gatorade. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking, thanks for commenting. Please be sure to do that. Let me know what you think. And until next week, be sure you get out and enjoy this incredible country of ours. If you have kids...
Hey, what?
Well, how cool. I got interrupted. Curtis is the guy that watches my videos. Just ran into him right there. Well, I didn't run into him. Stopped and talked to him. But anyway, what a day, what a day. My first day of being skunked. And I get to share that with you. I'm not afraid. It's okay. The main thing is that you get an idea what the pits are like. And hopefully, I mean, I didn't do that pit justice by any means, so I really have reservations about going ahead and posting it, but I guess I will, because that'll free me to move on to another pit. So anyway, thanks again for watching, subscribing, and I really appreciate it. If you have the opportunity, this weekend's coming up, be sure to get out there and enjoy this resource that we have here or wherever you happen to be. And if you have kids, take them with you. Teach them about the love of being out in the great outdoors. Until later, bye.